Okay. So the question is, again, you already have the notes. Don't go back to it. Try to write it by yourself. That is the whole objective. Okay. Uh, what do you understand by surrogacy? What are the challenges associated with surrogacy in India? How does the recent Surrogacy Regulation Act address these challenges? Okay, fine then. So the question says, what do you understand by surrogacy? At least those of you who attended the class, you should have been able to explain what is surrogacy. Yes, I don't have to address what is surrogacy. Okay. One thing would be, okay, subheading, for example, one is commercialization of surrogacy, correct? Where women and children have been reduced to commodities, where women and children have been reduced to commodities. Second, earlier, surrogacy was an unregulated sector. It was an unregulated sector. There was nobody to enforce any rules. Correct. So, for example, what are the standards that is being maintained with respect to surrogacy? The clinics which are involved in surrogacy, who is enforcing the contracts, for example? Correct. Third, it could be exploitation of women, especially poor women, poor and rural women, exploitation of women, exploitation of women. Okay. Fourth, sorry. So there's nobody to monitor, and surrogacy, when women are exploited and when there is nobody to monitor, it might affect the health of women. Okay. Ethical or moral issues. Correct. This will affect parenthood. This will affect parenthood. Correct. Okay. Who will enforce the agreement? Who will enforce the agreement? What about rights of the child? Okay. These are the, if you have more challenges, you can add to this. Correct. Now, after writing these challenges, you should be able to address these challenges by making use of Surrogacy Regulation Act. Okay. So commercialization, what does the act say? It outright bans commercial surrogacy. It only talks about altruistic surrogacy. Unregulated, it provides for the setting up of national and state boards to regulate surrogacy. Correct. And it will be monitored. It bans selling of embryos. It has to be entirely altruistic. Okay. And also in those clinics who are registered and monitored as per the prescribed standards by the government. Exploitation of women. Only those women who are closely related to the family shall be involved in surrogacy. Correct? Okay. 36 months. Also, they have to be mothers already. Correct? Already who have given birth to children. Correct. So, health of women. Health of women. The bill suggests that a woman can become a surrogate mother only once. Therefore, she cannot undergo, she will, it prevents a woman from becoming pregnant again and again, which might affect her health. Ethical or moral issues or parenthood. It only allows people who do not have, who are childless or married for 5 years. Is that time limit there in the act? I'm sorry, I don't know this. It is there in the act? Okay, I'm sorry. I did not have this information. Minimum 5 years, only after 5 years. Okay, so those who are childless or they already have a child who is disabled in any way. Okay, only they will be allowed to become parents. Obviously, to some extent, it does address the ethical and moral issues surrounding surrogacy. What else? Agreement rights of child. Obviously, the act says that the entire objective of the act is to regulate surrogacy, who says that the intended parents will obviously become the parents. Okay. Any other challenges or else you have, you may also add them. But by the time, I think if you write this much, you would have covered up. 2 pages. Hmm. No, but it is saying only those people who are not able to conceive, only to them. But don't you think it is a basic right to have a child? You mean that? No, no, you. But this is the entire object. No, the entire objective of this act is to regulate surrogacy. See, what are the only two options? One is either you give birth or you adopt. Okay, but there are people who are not able to conceive due to some health related issue, but they're not happy with adoption as well, because obviously many people will have that natural tendency to progress. I mean, sorry, what do you say? Their generation. They would always want their genes to be passed on to their next generation. See, that is that normal tendency. So you cannot take away that right and say that no, we will not give you this option, Anta. So that is why here they're allowing you. See, they're trying to limit it. Okay, only those who are what do you say, married, have already have children of their own, may opt for becoming a surrogate mother altruistically and only once. And only those people who do not have any children are given this option. So I think the regulation with respect to overpopulation is unjustified over here. So this was before the act came into picture. Now the is just to have only one child. Even if they have surrogacy. Only one child. Only one child. So you cannot take away that basic right that no, even when there is a solution, don't have kids on that. Okay, fine. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow.